Man, countdown to Canelo Crawford, and I got the difference maker on here with me right quick because a lot of y'all don't know. Big boxing fan right here. Know a lot about boxing. I be telling anybody, man. All concerned, man. You turned me on to bringing me down there to the house with him watching fights. We've been watching fights, prize fights since we was young. So what's happening, difference maker?
Man, nothing much, bro. Thank you for having me, bro. What's good your way?
Man, you already know what's good. It's B-Day tomorrow. B-Day weekend is going to be a big fight. So automatically, I got at least one thing to do this weekend to tune in to that. So it's all good, man. No complaints, man.
Man, hey, a small time guy like me, glad a guy like you took time out his birthday week, man, to get me
Man,
on the
chill
show,
out.
bro. Look, you see him representing. Like,
I
hey,
see it.
I had to
And
have the
look,
right gear on for this one.
I don't know if I only got you with it so clean and prepped today because the way Rogers played. Now check y'all out, man. Now I don't know if y'all gonna get this Rogers all year, but I peep what y'all did Sunday.
Yeah, I was excited about it, man. I was really excited because I was one of the people, and still to this day, like I ain't a fan of having Rodgers as the starting QB. So I'm
Yeah.
still kind of in there. You gotta win me over mode.
I got you. Yeah, because
Yeah,
his last two stops been kind of shaky. Kind of shaky.
yeah, I know. Yeah,
But back to
so
the matter at hand, man. While we really here, I'm dropping in. Look, I done got all Canelo so far. I'm tapping in with all my boxing heads. I hollered at Dez while I was getting chopped up. Hollered at some people around the job. I ain't got them on film, but everybody kind of screaming Canelo. I'm coming to you. How you
so
feel about this
man,
fight?
so man, I told a group of kids a few weeks ago, I was like, "Can who think they could guess my favorite sport?" And they was like, all of them said football. Then some of them started saying basketball. And then when I was like, "Nah, man, y'all ain't there yet," then a few people said baseball, because some of the kids know I used to
Mm,
coach t-ball. And I say, "Nah,
yeah,
man, boxing my favorite sport." And they was like, "For real?"
been
I
like
say,
this.
man, I
It
got a
been like
cousin,
this.
brothers I can call right now. They'll tell y'all boxing my favorite sport. And I'll
Always
admit I
have been.
haven't really been studying boxing as much the past few years, because to me, the sport kind of dwindling away. It's like it ain't how it used to be when we used to watch. So my
Got
interest ain't fully peaked right now, but I'm in tune enough to give some feedback on the subject at hand. So with that being said, man, I guess I'm gonna be first, bro, because I'm going Bud Crawford, man, and I've been kind of doing a little pondering back and forth in my head.
you. The first one?
Yeah, and I'm gonna tell you why I'm going Bud, man. It's like when I think about like Bud, it's like I think about it from an experience standpoint. Canelo Alvarez, he done been in some wars, and that's why the people who picked Canelo probably picked him.
That's
Canelo
what I'm
fought
hearing.
Triple G three
Mm-hmm.
times. He got in there with Miguel Cotto. Man, he done been in the
Mm-hmm.
ring with some monsters, and so when you fight, in
Okay.
my opinion, who is the best boxer of all time, Floyd Mayweather, it really ain't an opponent you can face that can prepare you better than Floyd Mayweather. So a
Mm-hmm.
lot of people gonna lean toward Canelo, but I'm picking Bud Crawford simply
Oh,
because
see, you hold on. You almost sold me on
yeah,
Canelo right there.
yeah. I want to
Okay.
show people how deep I go into why I'm picking Bud.
Okay.
Just because I don't want him to be like, oh, he picking Bud because he know more about him. So I'm just sharing a little backdrop.
Got
I'm
you.
going with Bud because you know how we say offense sell tickets, defense win games. Well, Bud Crawford is the best of both of those statements. He know when to he
Mm.
know when to he know when to be an offensive fighter. He know when to be a defensive fighter. He's battle tested skill wise. It's really not much Bud Crawford hasn't seen. And I look at what Bud Crawford gonna do just from a skill set standpoint, and I think it's gonna kind of be a mixture of Canelo being in there again with a Floyd Mayweather kind of mixed with a Miguel Cotto. That's why I mentioned some of them names. And so I think Bud Crawford is a great mixture of two. And Miguel Cotto and Canelo was a great fight. You see what I'm saying? But I'm just speaking
Mm.
about the kind of power Bud can hit with sometimes. that was a tough fight for Canelo. You see what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
then Mayweather with these cat-like reflexes and the skill
Mhm.
set to make you look crazy, miss a lot of shots. Bud Crawford got a lot of that in him. So I think he gonna combine, that skill set, and it's gonna kind of it's gonna throw something at Canelo like, dang, just when I thought I saw it all, I haven't. You see what I'm saying? That's my
Got it.
prediction.
Okay. So let me ask you this then, because that's I can see that. But I've been hearing a lot about, like you say, the opponents Crawford and face leading up to now, power wise. You think it's chin ready? Because I keep hearing, he's fought Crawford.
Yeah.
I keep hearing he's sparred with bigger people and all they saying he always box up anyway. It don't make a difference, but I don't want to disrespect Canelo and say everybody you sparring with got Canelo power. I don't want to do that.
Yeah, you're right. And so that's a great point you make. So I watched one time a documentary on Bud Crawford, and they was just talking about how when he was young, man, Bud Crawford ain't care. It wasn't no weight classes when you was young growing up in the streets. They say, I heard a dude, quote unquote, I ain't no profanity user, but he was like, Bud, I ain't care what size you was, he was gonna whoop your ass. You see what I'm saying? So this not gonna be the first time Bud Crawford been in the ring with a bigger and stronger opponent. I mean, it will be the first time he's been in the ring, but it won't be the first time he's been in a war or a battle with somebody that's bigger than him. I don't think that intimidate him or pose a factor at all, because Bud Crawford is a fearless person. When you look in his eyes, you never see fear. And I know sometime in a boxing match, Uncle Sonny, rest in peace to him, he used to tell us sometime not being scared to get you killed. But I just think Bud Crawford have a well-rounded skill set, man. Like, and I think we take light of the fact that he's still undefeated, bro. Like, you're gonna have to it's something that I'm not gonna ride against him until somebody show me, like, expose his weakness. And right now, when I think about, I look at boxing through like how quick can I detect the weakness. And like with Bud Crawford, I really, it's hard to spot a weakness. You know what I'm saying? I know we could break it down to a science and eventually find one, but I'm just saying, to the naked eye, without just sitting up studying hours of film, I don't see a weakness just obvious when you look at Bud Crawford.
Hey, you done put a ribbon on that, man. You done broke that down as much as I could actually be broke down. So I'm going to end with this. Because like you say, we grew up boxing. Always been your favorite sport. We going to flip it to your favorite fighter all time. You is the biggest Mike Tyson fan. Like, people don't know. Like, you really cried when Mike Tyson lost the first time. Like, man, you love Mike Tyson, man.
Yeah, for real.
Love Mike Tyson. So now he coming off, the Jake Paul fight. Backdoor now, they training, they setting something up with him and Mayweather, and I'm all for Tyson getting the bag. Trust me. If it's about that, get the bag. But are you interested in seeing this next one coming up? Or you like, I'm kind of over the exhibition fight type styles?
It's nobody in the world that deserves to make money off their craft more than Mike Tyson. He was robbed of so much money, from Don King to, I ain't really big on throwing names, but I know what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
But he deserved to make his money, but I just hate that it have to be under the title of boxing, because it's really a circus. You see what I'm saying? So
I got you.
I'm only gonna get my popcorn and get my drinks together because it's Tyson and his entertainment. And honestly, like, I have a sour feeling in my stomach right now sitting down telling you that I'm finna watch Mike Tyson from a form of entertainment. Like, this ain't no real fight. Two pit bulls going against pit bulls. This more like a circus act. So it's sour my stomach to know that my favorite sport is coming to this.
Yeah. So let me ask you this though. Last question. Now we seen with Jake Paul, Tyson in there biting his gloves frustrated because he couldn't punch. Do you think it'll at least be a little more action, being that these are two? Because no matter what people got to say about Mayweather, unblemished record, one of the smoothest to ever do it. And I don't care if you just doing layups, man. Eventually you mess up. This boy done fought. However many what his record is now, 53 with the look, Conor McGregor and all that fights. Unblemished though. Do you think it'll at least be more action with two professional boxers?
So when I first heard this idea, I thought it was a prank. I'm gonna say that. I'm like, ain't no way. You
Me
know,
too.
let's get that
Way
out the
too
way.
big. Yeah.
Yeah, like nah, this gotta be a mistake, a typo, AI, something. It ain't it not. And so when it start gaining traction, I'm like, oh, they really gonna fight? I literally said and assessed it. I'm like, well, Mayweather quick as a cat, and I know he been out the ring. You know, they speak about ring rust, but I think Mayweather's so fast that he might frustrate Mike Tyson to a point to where we see some action. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When you train a pit bull to get busy, and he can't get busy, he get frustrated, and then it's like, hold up, bro, I'm used to going for blood, so that's the only scenario I came up with that can put us, in position
Some
to
type of
see,
fight.
yeah, like to where Mayweather just like really like just humiliating him, and he like you just mentioned, biting his glove, and it goes from
Mhm.
like, bro, I gotta hit this dude. Like, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I'm hoping that's the
Yeah.
scenario
For
that
real.
unfold. You know what I'm saying? Because it's the only possibility I see for us to see a shade pass entertainment and some real like them trying to get at each other. So I tell everybody this, since this segment about boxing, I tell everybody this. Mike Tyson is my favorite athlete of all time. But when people ask me who the greatest boxer of all time, I tell them Floyd Mayweather. A lot of
Yeah.
people get mad and they be like, much as you know about boxing, I can't believe you ain't picked Muhammad Ali. I can't believe
I
you
was
ain't
gonna
picked
ask you that.
Roberto Duran, Hagler, and Hearns, and some of these, Ken Norton and Joe Frazier, George Foreman, the bigger names. And I tell them, I say, y'all ask me who's the best boxer of all time. The art of boxing is to hit without getting hit. Nobody in the
Mm-hmm.
history of boxing has done that better than Floyd Mayweather. And then when I tell them that, if they keep arguing, we crazy when we trying to prove a point. I had like
Mm-hmm.
5 dudes crowded me out probably about 3 months ago about this topic. And
Mm-hmm.
it was 5 against 1 because I was the only one saying Mayweather, everybody else, Muhammad Ali, Sugar Ray Leonard, all this. And I said,
Mm-hmm.
okay, because we don't like arguing back and forth, especially about meaningless things. I say I'm
Yeah.
gonna ask all y'all a question. If y'all can answer this question, we'll leave the argument alone. And you finna see why it broke up the argument. I say, okay, you don't think Floyd Mayweather the best boxer of all time? Answer this question. From a health standpoint, who would you rather to be your son, Muhammad Ali or Floyd Mayweather? And when I said that, all of them said, bro, we done with you. You see what I'm saying? Because
Hey,
Floyd
boy, that's
Mayweather
the
can lead the fight.
Dwayne. Look, man, that is the craziest checkmate ever.
I'm
Man,
saying,
if you had to put somebody's life after boxing,
yeah.
ooh,
Who,
boy,
who
hey,
would
that's
you rather?
checkmate.
I say Muhammad Ali took a lot of punishment. I
Yeah,
said we didn't say who the greatest fighter. We said who the greatest boxer. I said if you ask me who the
boy.
greatest fighter, now we can talk about Tyson, Ali, and these people. But when you say boxing, the art of boxing is to hit without getting hit. Floyd Mayweather can go take a shower and go straight to the club after his fights. Don't even look like he got touched. And when I said that, they was like, bro, get out of here, bro. We can't fool. Man, you make us sick. They was laughing like, hey, it really ain't nothing we can say to argue that point. So that's where I'm at with boxing. Like, sometimes I
Yeah,
try to just break it down to like, I try to use, even though it's my opinion, I try to center it around like what can be proven. And so, I love boxing just enough to dig deep enough to come up with why I think Mayweather the greatest boxer of all time. So I just wanted to share that while we was on here.
hey, we can't say nothing else after that, man. I appreciate you dropping in. I got
Yeah.
the first Crawford on record, and then I got why Mayweather the best, and I'm gonna dare somebody to argue with that. Hey, have at it, man. What you
Yeah,
want to be
like
like after
for
boxing?
real. So you can say whatever you want to. He picked who he fought, and like we
Yeah,
always say, man, I don't make the schedule. You see what I'm saying? People talk about strength of schedule in
gotta
the
play who in
NFL.
front of him.
I never saw a
Yeah.
player. Listen to me close. I never saw a player
Mm-hmm.
make the schedule. Ownership, all that, they might have some influence, but I never saw a player pick the
Mm,
schedule. So in boxing, a
yeah.
lot of times boxers they have a voice to be like who I want to fight next or this or that. But at the end of
Mm,
the day, when Floyd Mayweather get in the ring, he's only getting in the ring with people who agreed to fight him. So if he make them look crazy, that ain't on him. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, you know, that's what it is, bro. But I appreciate your time. Like, I really enjoyed this, for real.
For real, hey, I just gotta let people know, man. Look, it's a different side of difference maker. Y'all don't even know, man. This boy big box league. Could have
I
went
got
boxing.
pictures of boxers right by me. I got a Ali. Let me see if I can turn my camera. Let me see.
No,
look.
Wayne, look, before we go, tell him, man, you almost thought about boxing after everything.
Oh, yeah. Like, I used to tell my mama, Mom, it ain't nowhere around here with boxing. She used to be like, boy, it ain't no boxing around here. And I was little, but we just didn't have no gyms or nowhere to do
No
it.
resources.
If we would have had a gym that taught boxing, man, right hand of God, I'd have been in boxing. Like, because it was, you remember I used to do push-ups, emulating Mike Tyson. I used to let Eric punch me in the stomach. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I really wanted to box, but in Alexandria,
look, you was doing them rocket trainings. You was running up and down the limit, head tied.
Yeah. You remember Graveyard Taylor, them, they used to have to go out of town and stuff to train. I ain't had the resources. But if we would have had a boxing gym in Alexandria, Louisiana, I probably would have been a heavyweight fighter. No ifs, ands, or buts.
Man, that's what's up. We gonna end it with that knockout right there, man. Look, I appreciate you dropping in, man. I know you a busy man, bro, but I always love chopping it up with you about boxing and about life in general, man. It's good to have you on again, cuz.
Man, thank you for having me, bro. Love you, boy.
Love you, cuz. 911, difference maker, aka 3D. We out. Got it, cuz.
Yeah.